Hey people, this is Brandon for NintendoFanForum.com, formerly known as GameBoy, and this is my video game Spotlight of the Week series. I'm bringing it back. And this week's game is Diddy Kong Racing for the Nintendo 64. So you're probably wondering, how does it compare to Mario Kart 64? I mean, that's the inevitable question that would arise. Well, in all honesty, I actually loved this game more than Mario Kart 64, and I kind of still do, just because I found it to be more imaginative. So as you can see on the label, Diddy Kong is in a plane instead of a cart, and that is because this game, if you didn't know already, you can not only race in karts, but you can race in planes and hovercrafts through water and hot lava, etc. And that's one thing that Mario Kart 64 simply didn't do, and that's what made Diddy Kong Racing stand out amongst the sea of kart racers that were flooding the market at the time. It featured a pretty colorful cast of characters. Conker, we all know what he went on to do. Same with Banjo, and it's just a gem in the Nintendo 64's library that any kart racing aficionado would benefit from having in their collection. It has pretty interesting tracks, a pretty nice score, and it has a story mode, which a lot of racing games at the time didn't really do. Crash Team Racing had one, which is actually very similar to Diddy Kong Racing's, but Diddy Kong Racing, I would say it was the best kart racer from the Nintendo 64/PS1 generation. And it has battle modes, of course. I mean, that's become standard fare by now, but not only does it have battle modes, but it has a slew of options for them, aside from, the standard deathmatch kind of setup. There's things like collect the coins, or there's this one challenge in the volcano where it's like get all of the dinosaur eggs back to your base before they hatch, and just things like that. So this is one of Nintendo's more creative games, I would say, and it's really a shame that it did not have a sequel that was released anyway. They were planning one for the GameCube, and it was going to be Donkey Kong Racing, but unfortunately it seems to have fallen through the cracks. So for now, Diddy Kong Racing is all we have in the series, and it really is one of a kind. So I would strongly recommend getting the N64 original or the DS version just for the experience, but the N64 version I would say is even superior. It had better music because there are a lot of cruddy remixes in the DS version. Way better voice acting, and just it has a feel that you just don't get from the new version. So I mean, I recommend the N64 since it was first, and again, this is a must-have if you're a kart racer, or just an N64 collector, or just looking for a good, unique racer. Whatever the case, Diddy Kong Racing is one to check out. So that's this week's Spotlight game, and hopefully I can continue to keep these coming on a regular, more consistent basis. This has been Brandon for NintendoFanForum.com, signing off.